Hello everyone, this is Laura. Welcome to my happy place. This is my craft room and I want to share with you today this travel folio. I got inspired by Tim Holtz Travel Folio and I created this really cute folio with Eco Park papers, and they're very vintage and they're very cute. And I really like this project and I hope you do too. And I see so many possibilities for this. Go in the front cover. And I have here a ball pin with the Eiffel Tower. And this tag here that says a grand adventure is about to begin. And all of these papers are part of the collection, except for the map that is part of Tim Holtz ephemera. I distressed all the edges and I use a Velcro here for closure. So this is the side of the folio and the back. So here is the inside cover and I have here an envelope. This is not part of the original folio. I created this envelope here and it's expandable. So you have a lot of room to put a lot of stuff inside this envelope here. And here, this is not part of Tim Holtz folio either. This is my journal part. And I really like to include journaling papers wherever I can, so I can journal. Especially when you travel, or when we used to travel, I should say. You know, you have a lot of things to write about. So here's the paper, the folio, the middle, the signature, and I included some little stickers and cut parts from the paper collection, washi tape. And this is how the folio, this is my take of the folio, and this part here is the first flap, and it has two pockets here where you can insert a lot of stuff. This is the second flap, another big pocket. I have a pocket here with these cards from the collection and another pocket. Here's another flap with more cards. This could be journaling cards, another big pocket. I left this open here like this. My idea is to set some pictures of the trip if I have the opportunity to go back to travel. I'm sure we will. Okay, and here I have some more cards, and another pocket, and there is another pocket here, and I insert a little journal with a tag here and just paper, you know, from the collection, the tag spot here, and just paper, and this goes here for more journaling. I have a pocket here in the back with this cute little bookmark, and this was I got this from a swap with Cindy, so thank you, Cindy. This matches so well the paper collection and the back of the journal. Now I want to show you this other journal. This one is same one as before, but this is a very different vibe, I would say, right? This is very feminine, very delicate. I love to use acetate, so I created a pocket with acetate and this tag with vellum, which I love too. And I use a pearl here, says our story, and that goes in this pocket here. And I use this ball pin with beads. I fussy cut this image here and I use this beautiful lace. This is the side and the back. Okay, this one has a pocket here. Also an envelope, it's expandable. And I use for closure a Velcro piece. And here I have the journal. I have this blue paper here, Pussycat images, and just paper with this vellum. I printed these roses there. The center, the middle of the signature. This is the other side of the vellum with the roses. More Pussycat images. Music paper. And here are the pockets and the flaps. And here is same idea as the one before, with a big pocket, another pocket here, this beautiful trim, more trim, another pocket here with a ticket and a tag for journaling, and a big pocket here. Here I have this clip with this ticket, and here you have a place to put a picture maybe, another pocket here where you can keep a lot of stuff. There is coffee dye paper that I dyed and I included in this pocket here. And here I have an acetate pocket with an acetate tag and another tag that I back up with coffee dye paper. It goes in this pocket. And I have this notepad here. Just cut some papers to put in there with a brad. Another pocket here. Here more lace trim with this ephemera. Another tag, a journaling tag in this pocket. Another pocket here. Piece of lace there, maybe places for pictures here, or you can add another pocket or a side pocket, and this is another pocket with some collage pieces here for more journaling. The folios from Tim Holtz had all these flaps here, and you can add to the flaps, you know, I added envelopes here. These are envelopes that I had here at home and I was trying to recycle. These are just envelopes that I cut. These are smaller envelopes that I punched, different sizes, see? And this is the flap, and I glue this envelope here. And with some of the flaps I created pockets. And this is really not hard to create. So I want to share with you how I created these two travel journal folios, I will call. So if you want to see how did I do this, please stay with me and I'll show you how. First of all, you're going to need a file folder, of course, for the journal, for the outside part. And you're going to need to cut this. We're going to cut it. I am going to cut this flap first. Okay, because I don't want that part, that little part. And now I'm gonna cut it at 12 3/4. 12 3/4. Cut. And this, turn it around and cut it at 9 1/4. Now we're gonna put this like this with the 3 score lines that come with the file folder to your right. And I'm going to score at 6 inches. And score at 6 3/4. This is going to be the spine. 3/4 inch spine. Now we're going to fold it. And crease it. And this is the outside part of the journal. Okay, don't worry about these 3 marks here because they're gonna get covered with paper anyway. Here, let me show you. We're gonna do this part, the envelope. And for that, we're gonna need another file folder. And we are gonna cut that again. I'm gonna use this part and cut the same edge again to get the tab out of the folder. Like that. And I'm gonna cut this at 8.5. By 9 1/4. And we're gonna score this. We're gonna put it here on our scoring board by the 8.5 mark. And I'm gonna score it at the 1/2 inch mark. And at 6.5. And fold it. And fold it. I'm also going to round the corner. And round the corners. Like that. And we have one part. With the other part of the file folder, I'm gonna cut these tabs again. And we cut it at 5 3/4 by 10 3/4. By 10 3/4. And we're gonna score this. We're gonna score this at the 10 3/4 mark. We're gonna score it at 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and 3/4. On the other side, we're gonna score at 10, 10 1/4, and 10.5. 10, 10 1/4, and 10.5. And now we're gonna fold this like the first score line goes to the inside, second to the outside, and the third one to the inside. Same thing with this side. In, out, and in. Now we go to this part of the envelope, and we're gonna do it right here. And the glue goes in the shape for this envelope. So I was gonna punch at the 1/2 inch here. I'm not gonna turn it, I'm just gonna like that. And I'm gonna need my cutting board. To cut this here. Now we can do it. Just glue it flush with the bottom, like that. Like that. And we have our envelope. And we are going to do this like this. I'm going to do it with the 4 score marks are here on the side because I feel like it reinforces it. So let's glue this here. Like that. Now I'm going to show you, we're going to start with the flaps, with this side of the journal. And for that, we're going to need to cut another file folder. So we're going to need 3 pieces here that measures 4.5 by 9. And we're going to score the first piece at the 4.5 inch mark. We're going to score it at 1 inch. Here, at the 1 inch and 1.5. The second one, we're going to score it at the 1.5 mark. And this third one at the 4.5 mark again, we're going to score at the 2 inch score line here. And now we place them. This one at the 1 inch. And this one at the 1.5. The 1 inch, the one that has the 2 score lines in the bottom. Then the 1.5 inch score line second. And the 2 inch score line third. And we have this. Okay, now will be a good time to round the corners of all of this. Okay, so round all the corners. So the 1 in the bottom, the 1.5 and the 2 inches, and it's gonna be like this. Okay, now we're gonna align them, make sure they're flush, and I'm gonna hold them with a paper clip. So because I'm gonna sew this now. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna make a mark here. This measures 9 inches. So I'm gonna mark this like at the 1 inch mark. 1 inch, 1 inch, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And with my pocket tool, I'm gonna poke a hole. All the holes. To sew this, I'm gonna start here in the back. This is the first hole. I'm gonna start in the second hole. From the back to the front. Leave like a little tail and go back to the first hole. From the inside to the outside. Okay, go back here. Skip this hole and go to the next. And go back to this one. From the back, skip one hole, skip this one and go to the next. And go back one. Don't go to this, go to this one. And go back one. We're in the back, so don't put your needle here, put it here in the next. Oops, I skipped the hole here. And go back one. Don't go to this, go to the last one. Then go back one. Okay. Now we tie this in a knot in the back. I didn't tie very tight, but it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna glue it here. I'm gonna put a little bit of double-sided tape to hold it in place. Right here, the ½ inch mark on this side. So I'm gonna put the double-sided tape right there. Okay, just put a little bit so you feel secure. Like that. That's enough. And going back to our journal. Now we're gonna glue this. And on that ½ inch, we use the glue. Don't pass the score line there, okay? And just like that, we glue this flush to this score line. This is the spine, and just glue it in the score line, centering it from top to bottom. It will have like 1/8 of an inch shorter, and that's all. Now it's time for us to ink all of these edges. So now you have to ink, but I'm not gonna bore you with this. I'm just gonna show you that you need to ink all the flaps, okay? All the edges that are gonna show when you glue the papers. That's what I did. I inked everything just in case it will show with the paper. After I glue the paper, I don't want to show a white or a yellow edge because the paper I use is very, very vintage. So go ahead and ink everything. Okay, make sure, I have to make sure this is really attached to the base. And now we're gonna start attaching the envelopes. So here, first thing is to close the envelope. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue there and there and close it. Same thing with this. And just close it. Now, on my envelopes, I want my envelope to be this way in the flap. So I'm gonna do an opening right here. Just cut a little slice of the paper so you can open it. A little part like this will do. That one and the other one. Okay. And now, with the opening showing up here, we're gonna do this right there. I'm gonna make a mark here so I know where I have to put the glue. Okay, just a little mark. Now put the glue here. And I'm gonna glue this very close to the edge of the flap. Right there. Next envelope, same thing. Put the glue and glue it in place. Side by side. Close to the edge. And that's my first flap. The second flap is this envelope. And I'm gonna do the same thing, close it. And cut it. Cut a little piece just like this. And we'll glue this in the second flap. Okay, I'm gonna again mark a little bit here so I know where I have to go with the glue. Center it a side wallet, and you can measure it also if you want. And there is the second pocket. Okay. Now in this one, I have this 9 by 12 envelopes, and what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna cut it in half. But first I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a chat. And this measures 12 inches, so I have to cut it at 6. Okay. And I have my opening here. And I'm gonna glue this here. But this one, I'm just gonna glue this part because I want this to be a pocket here also. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue this and this, and don't go all the way to the top to here because, and I'm also gonna put this line of glue here. Don't glue it all the way to the top, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you're gonna need to put your design paper to cover this envelope, and if you glue it all the way here, all the way to the top, your design paper cannot go inside the pocket. So here, this one is a little bit long, so we're gonna cut it. It was 6 inches, so this one needs to be at like 3/4, I mean half an inch shorter. Okay, like that. First flap, second flap, third flap here. And now here, what I did with mine is just fold this in half. First, glue the envelope, glue a chat. And I'm not gonna cut it, I'm gonna score it at half. This measures 12 inches, so we're gonna cut it. We're gonna score at 6. Okay. We crease it really good. And this is gonna go right here, and I'm gonna do it right here, but this is too long this way, so, and we need to open it anyway, so we're gonna cut it at 5 1/4. Okay, we cut each flap glue this right here, but I'm gonna glue it also only here, here, and here. So let's put the glue here, here, and in the bottom. Just like that. Same thing with the other side, just in the flap, a little bit of glue, not all the way to the top. You can use your bone folder to flatten this also. Okay, and now I have my last piece, the other half that I already cut. And this one we have to cut at 5 1/4 also, this way. With the opening this way. I am gonna glue it the same way. So just a little bit of glue in the flap. Not all the way up. And there it is. Now for the, I'm going to show you with, I'm going to show you with mine. Here are the flaps, and this is the first flap that we just did. Okay. Now we have the second envelope, which is this. And this is what we have here. Okay. Now the third one with a pocket. Here's the pocket and the third one. This one is this with another pocket. And now this is the middle part. Now here we have the pocket, which is this, and this is the last pocket and the last envelope where I inserted this mini journal. And that's the last. And the only thing left to do here is another pocket. So let's do this. And this pocket measures 4 by 5 1/4. So I am gonna cut let me see what papers left over I have here. This one is okay. I'm gonna cut it at 5 1/4, 5 3/4 by 4 1/4, and 1/4 inch here. Turn it, and 1/4 inch here. Turn it, and 1/4 inch here again. Okay. Now we cut these corners. Fold this. Top corners too, and glue it here. But before you glue it, you can shape this just by doing like a circle punch here. But what I did with mine is using the envelope punch board to do this shape here, and also I use it here in all the envelopes. See, but you can use, if you don't have the envelope punch board, you can use a circle punch, and that will work perfectly too. So this will be the moment to do that, and I wouldn't glue this until I glue my design paper here. And this is my journal. I'm not gonna show you how to put the design paper here because I don't know, I think it will be too long. But this is what I did with mine. The front page, I just raised it with chipboard, this square, this rectangle here. And I use this closure for my envelope, but you can use Velcro, you can use magnets also for closure, whatever you decide. And then on this spine here, I cover the spine with design paper as well, and then I just sew the signature with the pamphlet stitch with the 3 holes. Okay, that's what I did for my for the journal. I used the paper from the collection to cover all the envelopes, as you can see. And this paper collection came with stickers that I used here also for decoration, and these journaling cards that I backed up with some cardstock. So here you have it, and I hope you really like it, like I did. I enjoy this project a lot. So I will see you soon again in my next video. Have a great day and be safe. Bye bye now.